In this program, we are going to declare the variables, and I've already done that, as you can see over here, by the name Safi, Rafi, and an apple. We are going to calculate the results of these three, means I'm going to declare a fourth variable, and I'm going to say that the result of addition, RES, I'm just going to name that. I'm going to declare that as a word, declare a word, and I'm just going to set that to 0. Fine. Now, I've declared the memory locations, or the variables, or the labels, or identifiers, that whatever name do you want to give that, it's up to you. I've declared them. Now, a label or identifier. Okay. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to move the value into the AX register, and the first value, which is the Safi. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move the value of Safi into AX register, which is the square brackets. The second, I'm going to move into BX the value which is Rafi. Fine? Now, then I'm going to just simply add AX, means BX to AX. That is actually how should it sound, means BX to AX. So the value will be stored into AX. Now, BX is free with me, so our third thing is the first addition is done. After that, I'm going to go ahead and move to BX value, which is apple. Fine? And then, yeah, the square brackets, excellent. Now, this is the garbage value that I was expecting you to hear, but we'll talk about that inshallah later on. Excellent one. Now, then I'm going to add AX, means BX to AX again. And then I'm going to move the value of the AX to the results. So, I'm going to say move, and no, I'm going to move RES and AX into that, and that's our whole program. So let us go ahead. Yes, dear? I am going to run that. Just wait for a while, okay? Now, let us go ahead to our lesson, and let's go and see that how are the things done over here. So I named that file as Tuesday2, if you remember. Yes. So I'm going to say Nelson command, and then I'm going to say Tuesday2.asm. Give me an output file which is named as Tuesday2.com, of course. And when I press enter, there is no error normally, means if I'm doing that. Let's go ahead and let's run this one. Tuesday2.com means it's run. It's inside the processor. Let's see that what are the operations that are being done by the Tuesday2 program that is over there. Now, the first thing is that I want to mention or I want to share with you is that how do I go ahead and refer the memory? Now, over there in my program, I've told it move AX and Safi. You see that Safi? Where is Safi? Safi has been given a memory location number, which is the segment and the offset. How do I find out which is the segment and which is the offset again? So you see that the value of Safi is 10, as you can see over here, which is A in hexadecimal. Let us find it out, whether it is over there in the memory or not. Let's see. So, how do I go ahead and move the cursor down? You move the cursor down by pressing F8. You see this F8 over there? So, F8, I'm going to move that down. And over here, I am going to move to sector 1, as you see. You see, this is the sector 11. And inside 11, the offset is 2. 1, 1, and then a 2. 1, 1, 0, and then a 2. 110 plus 2, 112. Because I've got the memory locations 110 to 120 to 130. So that is how I'll calculate. The first three are the segments, and the last one you can consider that as the offset. So if I move the cursor a bit more to 2, so you can see that 2 has got a value of A. So 112, this is my memory location 112. Okay, this is called 110, this is 110, 111, 112. So 112 is carrying my 10, which is the value. We are concerned with the value. Okay, let's wait. After this, let's process this step and let's see that the A would move into our register, which is the AX register. So I'll press F7 to move back to the commands. I'll say F2. So you see that A is moved to the register which is AX. Now I've got the next memory location which is Rafi, and Rafi has been given the memory location 114. Okay, so the value, let's find it out, coming down, and 114, which is 14. If you convert 14 to means from hexadecimal to decimal, it would become, of course, 20. Calculate that. Or if you convert 20 decimal to hexadecimal, it would become that. So let's process this step again by pressing F2. So 14 is moved into BX register. Now after that, of course, it would go ahead and add that, which would become 1E. 1E is the equivalent of 30. E is 14 and 1 is 16. 16 plus 14 is 30, as you can see over there. Now after that, I've got a third memory location which we called Apple, if you remember. Yes. If you don't, you can go to your program. Apple has been given a value of 30. And what is the memory location that has been assigned? It is called 116. So let us find out. Is really 116? Of course, you can see it clearly that it is 1E. 1E is equal to 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's put that, process that as well. So as you can see, this 1E was moved to the BX. So the value is now over there inside the BX register. Now after that, I'm going to go ahead and execute the AX and BX addition, which is add AX means BX to AX, which would become 3C. 3C will be equal to, what do you say, 60, because 30 and 30 is equal to 60. If you don't, let's go ahead and do that in the calculator. Now, after this, the last command before exiting the program, of course, was to move the value to the memory location which we called RES, if you remember, which is this one. And RES has been given the value of 118, memory location 118, and as you can see, it's a 0 for now. When I process this step, that 3C should go ahead and be copied into this memory location, which is the 118 memory location. And when I process this step by pressing F2 again, if you see that the 3C has been moved from the processor into the memory, and over there a few things are done in the extra by the program, and that is the last step that is being done, which is the int 21, which terminates our program, and that's it.